My fellow citizens, residents, and visitors, I welcome you to our National Heroes Park, and I am pleased that so many of you have come out today to observe National Heroes Day. National Hero is the highest honor that can be bestowed on any citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. Today, we salute 5 such national heroes in the personalities of the Right Excellent Sir Robert Llewellyn Batcher, the Right Excellent Sir Paul Southwell, the Right Excellent Sir Joseph Nathaniel France, the Right Excellent Sir Simeon Daniel, the Right Excellent and Right Honorable Sir Kennedy Alphonse Simmons, our only surviving national hero. Could we give all of them a round of applause? We acknowledge their contributions, and we hope that their example of selfless and outstanding service will be emulated by present and future generations. These, our sons, came from humble beginnings, and yet each one gave back to St. Kitts and Nevis much that has improved it and ennobled us as a people. These men rose from a variety of circumstances, and yet they refused to be constrained and pigeonholed by those circumstances. Through discipline, hard work, and ingenuity, they made their mark indelibly on the national life of St. Christopher and Nevis. Last year, we put to you the need to look at the Pantheon of national heroes and to see whether we could expand the list. At that time, during my address to observe National Heroes Day, I pointed to the Buckley's riots of 1935, the seminal action of the Moyne Commission which followed, and how that commission would establish some guiding principles for the empowerment of an emancipated people in the British West Indies. During the course of those riots, 3 persons sacrificed their lives: Joseph Samuel, John Allen, and James Archibald. 9 others were injured, including 2 women in Olive Allen and Virginia Griot. The question now is, should Buckley's be declared a National Heritage Site? Should any among the leaders of the riot be declared national heroes? Is there a special place for Olive Allen and or Virginia Griot among the distinguished pantheon of national heroes? Additionally, as we look forward to the celebration of a significant anniversary of independence in 2018, your government, in partnership with the St. Christopher National Trust and Museum, would wish to invite our fellow citizens, especially our young people, to undertake necessary research so that we can nominate a male and female enslaved person for due recognition. We see the foregoing as likely to ensure that all our citizens can recognize the outstanding contribution of our fellow men and women upon whose shoulders we now stand in 2017. We must recognize these contributors over all of the years. Our national heroes have bequeathed a nation that has progressed substantially over time. The present and future generations possess the ability to take this great nation of St. Kitts and Nevis to an even higher plateau of development and engagement. Let us not be shy in doing so. We recall the parable of the talents in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 to 30, in which we are reminded that increasing your talents brings even greater rewards, and that the servant who hid his talent, even that talent was taken away from him. I therefore encourage our young people to use your talents, your gifts, your ingenuity and skills to secure our nation's prosperity. You must be faithful over a little so that you can be set over much and enter in the joy of your country. In this life, the human spirit is constantly being tested as well as being rewarded. We also see that regardless of one's station in life and all that one has achieved, events, for example, Hurricane Irma, that are outside our control, become a leveler, reminding us that we are all equal in the sight of God. When we come to celebrate that which denotes a person as great, we are not assessing that person by what he or she has gained in terms of material wealth for their own personal enjoyment, but we are admiring the qualities of their character and human spirit which have set them apart. We hold them in high regard and esteem because they have risen out of a variety of circumstances with renewed fortitude, commitment, and focus, putting all of their energies and passion in service to our nation for the betterment of our people. What our national heroes have done individually and collectively has determined the character of the nation of St. Christopher and Nevis. Each of them has played their part in shaping this, our nation. While not everyone will be recognized as a national hero, there will be many who are deserving, who would have also gone beyond the call of duty to demonstrate excellence in their field. I therefore want to salute those who have been selected for the National Honors Award and to commend them for their efforts and contributions. I am pleased to advise that the Cabinet has accepted the recommendations from the National Honors Awards Committee and His Excellency the Governor General, Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, has graciously consented to confer the following awards. The Award of Companion of the Star of Merit. This has been awarded to the following persons. Mr. Jack Kramer has been awarded the Companion of the Star of Merit for his contribution in commerce and public service. Could we give him a hand of applause? Mr. Melvin Edwards for his work in culture, local, regional, and international credit union development. Mr. Arthur Evelyn for his work in public service and community action. Mr. Calvin Farrier JP for his service in education and public service generally. And Mrs. Agnes Morton for her work in education and in voluntary service. For the Medal of Honor, we have awarded these to the following. Mrs. Olvis Dyer for education and community service. Mr. Elmo Liebert for his contribution to public service and education in particular. Mr. Samuel Powell for his work in agriculture and in music. Let us give all these fine people another round of applause. Our parents and teachers should build on the pride which they already have in our young people and inspire them to go further and faster in carving out their destiny and that of our beloved nation. Our young generation needs heroes who they can look to for inspiration and under whom they can receive tutelage. They should find their inspiration, discover and actualize their talents instead of hiding them, and shine like a bright star against a canopy of the night sky. National heroes, therefore, are lights that illuminate the pathway to the darkness. They help to shape and develop a thriving and stable nation in which everyone can feel cared for, nurtured, protected, and fulfilled. Young people, you are waiting in the wings, and the stage is now yours to come forward and play your part in nation building. Articulate your vision and bring it to life in what you do, how you act, and in what you achieve for yourself and for your nation. It is for this reason that the theme for this year's Independence celebration is Youth, Vision, Integrity, Securing our nation's prosperity. A final word, and this, our evolving, beautiful National Heroes Park. Who, 1 year ago, would have thought that the beauty that now enthralls us would have been visible today? It was for some a barren land. Today, it is a most attractive sight that we can enjoy and of which we can be abundantly proud. Put your hands together for the National Heroes Park. The dusty space has made way for the verdant grass, and the majestic palms wave to the sky. The aesthetics are near perfect for people who are creating their own history and their own legacy. Our history of sugarcane is captured in the entrance and exit gates. The legacy of appreciation for our own people as contributors to our development is a reminder to all that all we have is us to appreciate, us alone to make our country great. And so we have created this home, which we will share with our nationals and visitors alike. When people travel to and or leave from our airport, they will be greeted by a symbol of our culture and our history. I am pleased that we have reached this far in our progress to make this park a reality. It is a magnificent feat, what we have accomplished through an inclusive approach. It was an idea which, like unity, its time has come. I want at this juncture to ask that we give a round of applause for the Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for their financial support for this project. When the ambassador visited yesterday, he said to me, "This is remarkable." Last year, as he sat with us, he could not, as it were, visualize the great transformation that now behold us. So many others who have come here have volunteered their views and the multiplicity of purposes to which this park can be put. I was challenged yesterday when one young lady asked me if she could celebrate her upcoming wedding somewhere here. I hadn't given it much thought, but then I thought I should put this on Monday to the Senior Minister and Minister of Ecclesiastical Affairs to see if Honorable Van Simri will find favor. This success, for which many have praised Team Unity, is largely due to the dedication and commitment of many persons who have worked tirelessly to accomplish what is seen here. On behalf of the Cabinet, I say thank you to all who worked on this project. The committee responsible for the National Heroes Park deserve again special commendation, and I want to join Mr. Pemberton in saluting these members. Mr. Osbert D'Souza, Permanent Secretary, let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Ron Fish, a private sector developer. Mr. Calvin Pemberton, Chairman of our Development Control and Planning Board and a budding architect. Mr. Stanley Franks, a union representative, and he says he prefers to be called a community activist. Ms. Beverly Harris, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sustainable Development. Mr. Calvin Edwards, Budget Director, who monitors the financial support. Mr. Cromwell Williams, Director of Public Works, and Mr. Dwight Francis, our Chief Technician or Technical Advisor with respect to land surveying and other developments. In conclusion, I affirm, we have indeed been blessed with national heroes who have shone a light in the darkness, thus illuminating a path for others to follow. Their guiding light is an inspiration for all of us, particularly our young people, to help them actualize and bring forward their many gifts and talents to help develop the country and to take it to the next level of development. We need our young people always to rise to the occasion. We have a strong foundation, and in this, the 34th year of independence, we should continuously strive to move forward, to harness our God-given talents and work individually and collectively for the enhancement and prosperity of our beloved Federation. Our country needs us now. All we have is us, having embarked on that major journey as an independent nation. There is no equivalent to the prodigal son. There is no going back to a mother country for help or succor. There is only us to use our industry, our ingenuity to create the best St. Kitts and Nevis, of which all of us can be proud. May God bless the people of St. Christopher and Nevis, and may God continue to show mercies on our beautiful federation. Thank you. To God be the glory.